All right, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Call hello Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakah HaKadosh. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elder bishops and the elders, the prophets and the teachers of Great Millstone, who I continue to learn this 100% truth from. Shalom to the elders and the prophets, the teachers and evangelists of Great Millstone, who will also continue to learn this 100% truth from. Shalom to the speckled bird, the confused space, the Akim and Akwab, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. Back again with another video, and this is a sit down. And going to entitle this breakdown, Revelation Breakdown 13, chapter 13. Now, I don't know if I can get all through the whole chapter today, so it might be a two-part, maybe three-part video. We shall see. Abu Raktazah. But we'll get as much as done as we can. And it depends on where the Spirit takes me with it. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And this is Revelations 13, verse 1. And it reads, And I stood up upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the names of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. So, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. The 7 heads, right, where it says the beast rise up out of the sea. What is the sea? The sea are the nations of people, right? The red dragon represents who? Esau. And what is the 7 heads and 10 horns represent? The NATO, the European Union, the command market, okay? Which pretty much is dictated by Babylon to control the world. You know, even though Israel is not part of NATO, it still has a silent partner of dictatorship involved. But the 7 heads represent, and the 10 horns, the NATO and European nation. And the beast system is the 7 heads and the 10 horns. Now, in Daniel chapter 7, the leopard represents the Greeks, just like it does in verse 2 in Revelation 13. The bear represents Russia, and the lion represents Great Britain. And the dragon is Esau himself, the devil. Well, Salakia, the dragon is Satan, who gave Esau, the devil, his power. Luke 4 and 6. Let me see something here. Luke 4 and 6 reads, And the devil said unto him, And all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for this is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will give it. If thou wilt worship me, and shall be thine. So, Satan's told Yahushua, if you worship me, you can have all of this power. So who did worship Satan? Esau. And this is why he has this power, because he has worshiped. He has those elites. They worship the devil. Well, they worship Satan. And they confide in Satan. Satan is playing a double agent. Because he works for Yahushua. It's like he works for Yahushua to do the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Verse 3. And I saw, Revelation 13:3, verse 3. And I saw one of the heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast. Now, who was this head that was wounded? This head that was wounded was Babylon. Babylon is the one who was healed. How? Babylon ruled, the beast, Esau ruled the world in Romans as the Romans, and it was healed, and it was wounded, meaning it fell, and I think like 193 AD, and then it came back reincarnated, Renaissance period, as Babylon, which is today. And there's different movies that tell you about the history of the Roman Empire and how they fell. Same way Esau's fallen again. Nothing's new under the sun. So like maybe like the 1400s. I'll say more like late 1300s. Esau came back into power in the Renaissance era, because in that time it fell to the Dark Ages. So like a precept is Malachi 1 and 4 for Revelation. Let's get it. Malachi. Malachi 1. And we'll start at 1. And the subheading says in the blue letter, the Most High's love for Jacob, the burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh. Yet ye saith, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage to waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. Indignation is righteous anger. But let's get the understanding of it. In the Hebrew is Za'am.
Strong's H2194. Za'am.
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 Indignation, Za'am. And what is indignation? To denounce, express indignation, to have angrily, to be angrily indignant, be defiant, to be abhorrent, to curse, to show anger. Okay? Nice little storm out there. So yeah, so that's what indignation is. Verse 4 reads, because ultimately, Salakia, so like with Malachi 4, they were taken out of power, and then they were later brought back into power, which was in the Renaissance period, the 1400s, okay? Or I like to say late 1300s, because Jake, we ruled over them in the Western Asia, what they call Europe today, for 1,000 years. You can read about that in Revelation as well. You got to be learned by the Lord's men to understand a lot of what's written in Revelation, because not, then you're going to be thrown off. You're going to go off. That's what the impoverished was, is that Yahweh Shem Shah allowed them to come back and rebuild, and only for them to now get ready to for him to throw them down. And you can tell Esau's building everywhere. Everywhere you turn around, Esau's building. So verse 4 says, and they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? So this is where we have gotten to now, where these other nations are, after the Hiroshima, after the little boy, Fat Boy and Little Man, I think the name of those atomic bombs were, when they dropped them in Japan, Esau scared the world, and everyone was frightened by going to war with Esau. And now um, they are put in a position where they have been weakened, Slovakia, and the other nations have gotten stronger. So after those bombs dropped um, back in mid 1900s, I think in the 30s, the whole world was scared of Babylon, of America, because of they possessed those bombs. So places like China and Russia started to build up their artillery and build up their armies to get themselves prepared to do war with Babylon. And this is where we're at now. This is where we're at now. So when it says who was able to make war with him, it's because the whole world was scared. So now places like Iran in those mid 1900s was scared, like the rest of the world, to make war with Babylon because of what they did in Japan. So now they have been spending all this time getting themselves prepared to fight Babylon. And this is why they're giving Babylon a run for their money right now. Babylon is lying, um, you know, with their media as if they're winning the war, but they chops handed to them. And we're getting closer and closer to I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but Revelations 13 and 16. So prophecies are folding and unfolding. Verse 5, and there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things in blasphemy. That mouth is what? That mouth is what I was just saying about the media. The media speaks blasphemy and they lie about everything. They lie about the children of Israel, the Most High's people. They lie about wars. They lie about bloodshed. They lie about any and everything. They lie about pestilence. They lie about famines. They lie about everything, and they're behind it all. This is the mouth which speak great things and blasphemy, and power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months, which is when you do the math to it, it comes to 3 years and I think 6 months, something like that. So we're close. And Yahweh Yahushua has got him and got Esau in his sight. He's about to get ready to again to hand off some pain. Headache. Verse 6, and he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High. So he's using the media to lie and to lie with using the scriptures as well and make it biblical, like not a Jew does, trying to use the scriptures. They be calling the Ishmaelites Amalek when they Amalek, over there on that side, and just a lot of crazy blasphemy, man. That this devil's doing, and the Most High got him in his sight, man. He about to get ready to bust him down. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against the Most High, to blaspheme his name in his tabernacle his house, and them that dwell in heaven. So they lie about the angels, they lie about Yahweh Shai, they lie about Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and they also looking to destroy the Most High's people, which are the Israelites here on this earth. Let me go to let's go to Revelation 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up into heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. So the elect is what it's talking about. Is going to the world is going to see the elect be beamed into those chariots, including the enemies of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And when they see that, that's going to be a signal of the elect, Israel having the elect come to into the power that was promised to them, into the blessing that one of the blessings that was promised to them. When that happens, it's a wrap, because once Israel receives that power, it's over. It's over for the other nations, starting with Esau and the head tabernacle Amalek. Because this is where we at right now. We're getting closer and closer to this. And Revelation chapter 13 was in verse 7, and it reads, And it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Who are the saints? The saints are the Israelites. What's that? Psalms 148, 147? Let's get it. I believe it's 148. But let's get it. Let's find out. Psalms 148. I think it's... Yeah, Psalms 148 and 14. And it reads, He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye Yahweh. So, what is a horn? Let's look up the word horn. We're looking up words today. The Spirit is on me to look up these words to get better understanding, for you to understand, chapter 13 of Revelation. And as Elder Apostle Tahar always says and reminds us and teaches us, that in order to understand and really teach the scriptures the correct way, you have to understand and know a little bit of Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew, the Lashawan Kadash, and you have to understand a little bit of the Greek. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to understand the scriptures, because the Greek, the New Testament is written also and translated in Greek, and the Apocrypha is translated in Latin. So you have to know a little bit of Latin as well. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be like a heavy scholar in understanding the scriptures, but you have to study these things. Very important. Very, very, very important. So the horn. Let's get an understanding of the horn.
Strong's H 7161. Keren.
Keterin, the horn of strength, the hill. Okay. So it reads of strength. That's what the horn is. He also exalted the strength of his people. Praise ye all his saints, which is the strength of his people. Um, and it was given to him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. So what? So I go back to what, Job 9 and 24. You can also go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. It's a good chapter to read. Because again, Job 9:24 tells you that the power was given into the hand of the wicked, and it was given to him to rule over kindreds and tongues and nations. And we were when you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, you read about Israel and some of the things that they're going through to this day. Chapter 28 of Deuteronomy helps you to identify who the true Israelites are today in 2026. Okay? And a good precept when you get to chapter 68, verse 68 in chapter 28 of Deuteronomy is Exodus 20 and 2 for you to have better understanding. Verse 8, it's about 17 verses, 18 verses in here. So I'm gonna do half. I'm gonna probably stop at 10. Let's see. We shall see. Verse 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. And if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is giving you the understanding of what's going to happen in the future to people who have fit this prophecy and fit into verse 10 of Revelation 13. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith again. Salakia, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. There's that word saints again. Okay? So verse 8 again says, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of the life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. So all who are not of the elect are going to worship this devil. This goes into talking about Yahushua as well, because Yahushua said in his blood for the elect. I know people like to think he did it for everybody. He only did it for the elect. You know what I mean? 1 Corinthians is a precept. 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Hamashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. So it's for us that he has done what he's done. Now, you're only in the book of life if Yahweh Shem Yahushua has your name predestined to be in the book of life. You don't put yourself there, and you don't choose the Lord. The Lord chooses you. You don't choose Yahushua. Yahushua chooses you. Okay? This is Mark 14 and 24. And he said unto them, This is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many. Many of who? Many of the 144,000. Okay? That's the many. He didn't say nothing about all. Yahweh Shai is going to avenge us. That's why he shedded his blood, is to save us. His name is a nomen omen. Yahweh Shai, meaning he saves, he delivers. Here's a precept. 2 Maccabees 1:28. Punish them that oppress us and with pride do us wrong. Who's a prideful person? This freaking devil Esau is. And Yahweh Shai is going to, we're getting closer and closer to what these prophecies are, man. And Yahweh Shai is going to come back real soon to get us up out of here. Okay? Check this out right here. The 2 Thessalonians 1:6, and it reads, Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Who is them that trouble you? The ones that make war with the saints. So the Lord is definitely going to send His Son to get us out of here, man. Because again, what's that? Luke 1:68. I'm not going to get it. Matter of fact, I am going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Let's go get it. Let's get it real quick. Blessed be Yahweh thy power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. He hath raised up his horn, his strength of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to redeem his holy covenant. Okay? This is the promise that Yahweh Shai has for his elect. Isaiah 14 and 21. Because again, we're going to, Yahweh Shai is going to avenge us. But when we get that power, when we brought into those chariots, and our bodies are changed, and He sent us back on this earth after those missiles hit, it's going down. It's Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for His children for their iniquity, the sin on top of sin, of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Because Esau is doing what? He's building, constantly building. You go up to verse 2, Isaiah 14:2, and the people shall take them and bring them into their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So we're going to rule over these devils and over these heathen nations. Okay? Check this out. This is Isaiah 60:12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve and shall, these shall perish, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Okay? And this is where we at too. I'm gonna read verse. I'm gonna stop here at verse 11. Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and had two horns like a lamb, and spake like a dragon. So, who is that? That is Babylon. Babylon is the beast that came up out of the earth and had two horns like a lamb, the devil. And Salakia. So again, you know what I'm saying? That beast that came out of the earth is Babylon. Spake like a lamb. Words is smoother than oil, but you know, he spake as a dragon. He had two horns like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon. Smoother than oil. You know, one of the things you can say is that, you know, Babylon claims to be a Christian state, but everything that they do is against what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is about. They're against his law, statutes, and commandments, and everything about who Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is about, and what what he wants. Okay, this devil got to go, man. This devil is definitely an adversary of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and his people. And Revelation is giving you the understanding that this devil is your greatest enemy, and he hates you, and he wants to destroy you. He hates Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and he would like to have Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai destroyed, but that would never and could never happen. And Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is going to give us power to put this devil down real soon. You know? But it's not a Christian nation. And the Christians are really Israelites, okay? But I'm going to end it right there. And I'm going to come back to it. I will rock this out tomorrow or so. And with that, I'm going to say, Kahalo Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rekahak Radah Shalom, and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, Nordana Shalom, to the elect. Shalom.